Hi, welcome to part 2 of Who Did It Better, The Sims 4 versus The Sims 3. Hopefully you can still recognize me with my Clark Kent disguise here. Also, I'm just getting over COVID, so I don't really have my voice back yet, so sorry about it. This is part 2 because the video ended up being like way too long. It was gonna be like, I don't know, over an hour or something like that. So this is just the second part to what was already filmed. This will be the section with the townies house and the land grabs. I don't remember where I left off with the other video, so let's just get into it. Okay, now we are gonna go to the roomies. I think of all of the houses that we're gonna kind of look at today, the roomies house in The Sims 4 is by far the absolute worst. Okay, so this is obviously not the same world that the Goths are in, but it did come with the base game, so I still feel like it counts. I don't know, man. I don't understand the yard with no greenery in it. There's, like, I know that this is, like, I don't know, is this supposed to be like Arizona or something? I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Arizona. I don't know. Anyways, there's like all of this green around. So why is the backyard, like, I know it's in a deserty area, and like if your lot was this, then I would understand why you would want to put these slabs of concrete down, because nobody wants to walk on that in their backyard. But you can see that there was green in here, so why cover it all up? Is this something that's common out in places where your house is in the desert? Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't live in the desert, so maybe this is commonplace. I don't know. But then you have like this open area in the middle, which I feel is more like a Japanese style thing. Okay, I looked it up because apparently it's not just Japan. Also, sorry again, it's been a while since even recording and getting over COVID, and now I'm getting over some sort of like like chestal infection, whatever. Anyways, so I still sound terrible. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and also I always have it on this when I'm like editing because I look like crap. Anyways, so yeah, it's not just Japan. There's quite a few countries. This is just like the AI overview, but it's like China. It looks like, according to this, like China is the one that dates back the farthest for houses like that, with the courtyard in the middle of houses. Anyways, so it says China, Egypt, Japan, Spain, Iran, Arabian countries, Mediterranean and Middle East, Seville. Traditional houses in Seville. I don't know where that is. I'm sorry. But yeah, so apparently like not just Japan. Where you would have like this opening in the middle, and usually there's like a tree or something in there, and it's a really nice outdoor space. But this is nothing. Like, they put a little walkway out here for what? Like, there's nothing out here for you to sit down. There's no real focal point. It doesn't really make sense to have it there. Okay, let's go down into the house here. Now, there's a couple of places in this game where they do have this random wall in the middle to like, well, the other one I think is like Judith's house. There's a few anyways. I don't understand it and I don't like it. They could have not had this here. Like, it makes it feel like a museum. It doesn't really feel like this is what a house would look like, but I feel like it's kind of maybe on the more fancy side of houses. So maybe this is something they do in fancy homes, but I can't stand it. I think it looks stupid. It would have been nice to just have like a little TV stand with a TV on it and then open this space up and then do something different, or just like completely close it off. And then, I don't know. It just looks odd. I don't get it. This would be nice if there was more of something going on out here to be able to like see into it. Again, I don't know how commonplace that is for a place out in the desert. It doesn't really remind me of somewhere you would see in the States. It looks more like a structure you would see in Japan. And then I know that I think this is called like brutalist architecture or whatever. It's just hideous. don't know. Like, I could see why you would want to have something that's a little more cool to the touch when you're out somewhere that is just so incredibly hot. It probably would keep your house a little bit cooler. But did they really need to go with like this messed up concrete? And then like these walls look dirty. This whole bathroom just looks dirty. It's yucky. None of these people are teenagers, but then you have this backpack even that I wouldn't think actually even a teen would want. It looks more like something a younger kid would want. And then I know that they're not like, when The Sims is building stuff, they have to keep it kind of basic so that it doesn't like lag your computer or whatever. So, I mean, the fact that it's very plain kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know, but there's just like different styles. Like, this is the Queen Anne, isn't it? I don't know. Anyways, it looks like an old-timey bed in like a modern looking house. This bed kind of looks a little bit more like it matches with the modern vibe of the house. Again, another little yucky bathroom. I don't know. I guess the structure of everything kind of makes sort of sense. Like, everybody seems to kind of have their own bathroom area. Oh, except for this. Oh yeah, no, I don't remember what this is called, like a Jack and Jill bathroom. So this is the only person that doesn't have a direct link to their bathroom, but whatever. It just seems so weird. And then this is their kitchen. Parts of it are like retro feel, but like also modern, but then also really old timey. I don't know. I hate this house. I just hate this house. Nothing about it really seems cohesive. But yeah, let's go look at the much cooler roomie house in The Sims 3. Let's go check that out. Roomies, here we are. Okay. It just much with like the goths situation, just like right off the bat, looking at it, it just looks like so different. But then again, like, this house isn't in the middle of the desert, so I guess it would make sense that it does look way different. And there's a lot more roommates in this house. So I don't know if the roomies, like, if that follows a particular storyline or if they literally just threw a house together with like a bunch of random Sims. This house is wild. Like, looking at the structure of it doesn't really make any sense to me. It doesn't really look like a house. What it actually kind of reminds me of now, looking back at it, it kind of looks like if a shipping container house and an apartment building had a baby together, and this is what you ended up with. It's kind of like part shipping container, part Malibu beach house, millionaire beach house thing. I don't really know what the aesthetics are that they're going for, but it's definitely way more interesting than the roomie's house on The Sims 4. I don't know if it's better per se, but it definitely is more interesting. Their yard is trash though. They don't have anything going on out here. I guess they do, like, can they would have access maybe to this. I don't know if all of these houses are kind of like, no, this is definitely their pool. I don't know. I'm sure that you could befriend the neighbors though and they wouldn't care. Okay, so Big Lemon. That's funny. I love that you could name the cars. But yeah, so walking in again, like, I don't know, this feels like another situation where it's like a business of sorts. It doesn't really feel like a house, but that's okay. All right. And then so we head upstairs and this is the kitchen, which is kind of like a little bit retro-y vibes, which so is the one in The Sims 4. And it's almost like kind of the same color scheme, only this is yellow. And I think was the other one like green and yellow? Yeah, I think it was like green and yellow. This is blue and yellow. Yeah, they have sort of the same sort of color vibe going on, I guess. Although this kitchen's kind of cooler because it's got a balcony and stuff. They were both small kitchens though. And then this area seems like it could have been used a little bit more wisely. Their living room is not fantastic, but you could like change that around, I guess. Over here, this little, I mean, I think that this was a good use of space, I guess, for this corridor area. There's no doorway out to here, but you can still like see what your roommates are doing, I guess. This person has a pretty sweet deal. They have a balcony here and they have a balcony here. And you would think that like this balcony, you'd be able to access through here, but it's just a window. So this person has like 2 balconies completely dedicated to them. So that's nice for them, I guess. And then this little Jack and Jill bathroom here. This person has a little balcony for them too. Where does this? Oh, okay. All right. And yeah, so this balcony can be accessed through this door. It's just a very like different kind of layout for a house. It almost seems like like if Big Brother made a multi-leveled house, you know? I like this little detail here. Every time I try to do something like this in The Sims 4, the roof caves in for some reason. I don't really know how you avoid doing that. I love this room. This little cow print pink room. Again, little balcony, this massive bathroom to themselves. This is like pink themed bathroom, balcony. This roomie's house is way more interesting to look at. They all have a balcony. They all have access to a bathroom from their room. The house is like, it's a little bit plain, but I think it kind of leaves it open so that you can do more with it. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of furniture or anything in there, but I thought it was interesting anyways. Like, even if it's not the greatest looking house, it was interesting at least. Whereas in The Sims 4, there's a lot of houses that aren't the greatest build, but they're also like super plain and boring. This one actually has some character to it. Okay, and then last but not least, the land grabs. So their outdoor space is just desert sand, and they have very minimal concrete slabs to walk on. So I just don't fucking get it, man. The other place had the option for like nice greenery, and then they covered it all up. Well, I guess they have it mostly covered up, and their lot is pretty big, but you would think that like if you're a millionaire and you live out in like a desert area, I would think that a swimming pool would be what you would go with, right? Like, wouldn't you? Like, if you had a shit ton of money and this property, you would have like the biggest badass of a pool. There's just no excuse for it. I don't really know why they've just left it like this. Also, why is this palm tree not in this kind of setup like these palm trees? Like, it just looks stupid. Speaking of stupid, oh my God. So they're out in the desert and they don't have a pool, but they do have an outdoor fireplace. But anyways, this house seems more like it should have been like a casino or a motel. I don't know. Hats off to them with this structure. I don't know how they made it. Like, I don't know how you make this. I think they were going for modern, and so modern houses do kind of have interesting looking structures with like a lot of straight lines and shit. So I guess maybe that's what they were going for, but it doesn't look like a house to me. So walking inside, a whole lot of nothing except for this staircase that just goes straight up, which I know in like fancy houses and stuff, like they will have a staircase like right at the front entrance, but it's usually like pushed a little farther back, and like you can see more of the upstairs than what's going on here. It just seems like some sort of commercial building. It does not seem like a fancy house. But anyways, I like this little outdoor space here. You're kind of shielded from the sun. You can see straight out from, what is this? So this is a living room with something that looks like it should have been a bar, but it's not. It kind of looks like a bar slash bathroom setup. I don't know why there's mirrors here. It's a nice view of the outdoor space, I guess. Yeah, so very like boring living room. It's just it's very plain. It's very hotel-ish. They have money, so I don't get it. I don't really feel like these bookcases match. Like the color of this wood doesn't really go with anything else. Well, I guess, I don't know. I do feel like this wood kind of goes better with this, but this is like yellow. It's weird. Moving along into the dining area, the formal dining area, which this is nice. This is a nice little space. You get to see like some of the greenery outside, what little greenery you have. They had some stuff on the walls, so I mean, that's fine. And then this crazy ass wallpaper that is, I don't know, to me it screams retro. Maybe I'm wrong. There are some people that just have a good eye for what would look good in a space, and to me this is not what I would have chosen. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know anything about what is fancy and what is not fancy and what goes with new and what goes with old. Like, I don't know. But yeah, the kitchen's fine. Like, to me, with the way that the house looks outside, you would think that it would look more, I don't know if the word I'm going for is like sterile, like plain and cold. I wouldn't have pictured this kind of wallpaper in this type of a kitchen, but whatever. And then it's nice you have like this, the door that goes into this backyard area. They do have a barbecue out here, so that's something, I guess. And And then I don't really understand this area. I guess it's cool that you can see all of this from here, but I feel like it would have made more sense to have a door maybe right here leading into this space. It kind of is annoying that you would have to like come out this door and then walk all the way around just to get out here. Unless this is just where you would go to eat like after you're done barbecuing, but then they already have like a seating situation here for that. So I just don't know when you would be using this area. Now, heading up to the mid-level. It's so dark. I don't know, man. I would think this, I don't know. I've seen bathrooms in houses like this, and to me, I would think that they just wouldn't actually have curtains at all. I don't know what it is about rich people and their bathrooms and like the massive windows, but like usually they don't have any sort of privacy set up in them. I don't know if just like once you have money, you just don't care who sees you. I would think that if I was like a billionaire or something, I wouldn't want people looking at me. I don't know. I don't understand the appeal of that. So I'm assuming this is, what's his face? The son. Why can't I think of the son's name? Not awful. What is his name? Jeffrey is the father. What the hell is his name? What's your name? Malcolm. There we go. There. So I'm gonna just go ahead and assume that this is Malcolm's room, which like, again, is so massive, man. It's so big. Why is it so big? Like they could have had a separate gym area so that everybody could have used it. And then he could have had a bedroom instead of combining a bedroom and a gym. You know, he's got this sweet ass balcony though. That's pretty cool. This is probably the best feature of this whole house, is having a bedroom that has a balcony. And at least his massive windows, well, no, that's not true. Cause like the massive windows kind of do look right. Ooh, hello. Yeah, and there's a house right there with all of their massive windows looking right in at your bed. It's so strange to me. I don't get it. So yeah, that means like totally in this bathroom, your neighbor could like just watch you having a bath. And for some reason, I forgot to do like a transition over. So here we're heading over to Nancy and Jeffrey's bedroom. Yeah, they also have a nice balcony, but the balcony that they have sees into the backyard, which the backyard is pretty nice looking, but I would want to be able to see what's going on out front. Although I guess they do have a window out to the front. So never mind, this is actually a pretty cool setup here. A little office area leading into the bedroom. Still so much space, like they could have had it separated somehow, but at least their bathroom kind of makes a little more sense for their room. And then they have another house where the only way to access a balcony, oh yeah, and they do have a balcony that goes out front, so yeah, their room is set. But yeah, so the only way to access this balcony is through the bathroom. Stupid, I don't get it. And then going up, yeah, like this could have been, it's their office area. So I don't know why they needed another like office area type situation in their bedroom when they already have it upstairs. But it's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. It's this weird loungy sort of like, is this where the boys would go to have like cigars and shit? I don't know. Like what is this? It feels like a dentist office or something, you know, like you have the person checking you in and then you go to the waiting room, and I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a really ugly house and I don't like it. I don't think I would have fun playing in this house. All right. So then last but not least, the Landgrabs house in The Sims 3. So let's go check that out. All right. So let's check them out. He looks so dorky. I think I definitely prefer the Landgrabs in The Sims 4. Okay, so this is a very grand home. They also have a garage and a car. Their property looks like a lot more care went into it as well. Just the design of everything. It just seems more fleshed out here. I don't know. Is that a speed bump? Oh, purchase vehicle. But yeah, the outside yard looks way nicer. There's a lot more going on. This seems more like a rich person's property. They have like this really cool situation. I don't know if it's cool or if it's ugly, but it's interesting anyways. Going out to this little gazebo area here, a massive pool, and they don't live in the desert. So much more going on outside. Seating everywhere. They also have a barbecue. I don't know what these like pillars are to nothing. Like you would think that there'd be some sort of like arch or something up here, but whatever. It's still a lot cooler than on The Sims 4. Okay, so we walk in and 2 grand staircases pushed back from the door. So this looks like a fancy person's house, not just like a hotel. And then direct route right to the backyard. So that's pretty cool. Their formal dining room, which is very grand. This looks a lot more homey than the other house as well. But again, that could just be because like I don't really like modern looking houses. All right. And then moving into the kitchen area, it's massive, which I feel in like homes where people have more money to spend on their homes, they typically do have like a pretty big kitchen. So that's something that was sort of lacking in the other game. However, I don't really feel like having a big kitchen in The Sims is like a super important thing, but like just for storytelling, this makes more sense. It's laid out in a really weird way though. Like it doesn't fully make sense to me, but like I like this little area. And look, they're doing blue and green. So maybe blue and green is fine together. They have like multiple exits to the backyard, so that's kind of cool. Their pool also has stairs to get out of it and like little lights and stuff. This pool is so cool. Anyways, going over here, we have two separate office areas, which makes sense. And they didn't really have that in the other one. They had like an office space in their bedroom and then an office space in that weird upstairs area. And then I don't understand. So The Sims 3 did really have a lot of textures going on. That is one thing I'll say. Somebody like me that has a hard time with like knowing what kind of textures go with each other. Like this is a lot for my brain to take in. So I don't know why they have like wood here and then brick here. It's nice though. Like it looks nice in here at least, but yeah, there's a lot of textures. I don't know why these are different and this is different, but they're all blue and so it ties in maybe, I don't know. Oh, and then 2 bathrooms downstairs, including a tub, so that's nice. They have lots of options here. And then after you get up the stairs, you have a movie theater room, which I think is pretty cool. However, this freaking wall situation again, this floating wall, I don't know. Is this a common thing in people's homes and I'm just not aware of it? Because across both of the games, they have these just random out of place walls breaking up a room. This is the guest bedroom. This bedroom is like beautiful. Like this texture with this texture, it looks really pretty. Oh, and there's a little flower thing that's on the toilet downstairs. Oh, that was in the Goth's house. And then this room obviously is Malcolm's. It's really cute. And like, it's a pretty big room for a kid, but they're like loaded. So I guess it makes more sense. I love the little console with the TV. It's cute. Again, though, a lot with the textures going on. He's got his own little bathroom. And at least this balcony is not connected to the bathroom. Yeah, okay, that's cute. I like these little balconies out here. A lot of like wasted space in this area, but it's a really big house, so it doesn't really matter. And then again, another gigantic bathroom. At least the focal point in this one is the bathtub. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Little makeup palette. This looks like it should be in the Goth house, this color scheme. And then the parents' bedroom. Yeah, I think this is like laid out a lot better than the house that was on The Sims 4. I only have like 2 balconies attached to their room. Yeah, it just feels more like what a rich person's home would be like. Whereas their house in The Sims 4 reminds me of like a hotel or something. It doesn't look like a home. But yeah, again, I might not be the best judge for something like this. I'm going to tell you a true story. So when I was in like grade 2 or something, I think they passed us out, like everybody got just like a sheet with the outline of a snowman on it. And they were just like,
here is like free draw time or something. I don't remember why we were doing the snowman, like if it was maybe for a story or something in particular, but anyways. And so I was like, I don't really know what to do with a snowman. I may have drawn like a hat or something on it or whatever, but then I was like, there's too much white on this paper. What is the closest color that I could use to white to color in the snowman? And instead of going with something like maybe funky, you know, like making my snowman pink or like, you know, like maybe like blue, because like ice sometimes looks blue, I went with yellow. And so when everybody's snowman got like pinned up to the wall, literally I was the only person that had colored my snowman in. Nobody else colored their snowman in. Everybody left their snowman as white because snow is white. Obviously, everyone's response to that when they saw it pinned up the next day was like, oh, dog pee, ha, a dog got to your snowman, ha. So yeah, that's the kind of creative brain I'm working with. But yeah, so that was our little tour of those 3 houses. I really have no expertise in regards to building and decorating. There are people that have it, and there are people that don't have it that can learn, you know, what things go together and stuff. And then there's some people that don't have it and just can't be taught. That's the category I fall into. I'm very curious to know what your thoughts were. Do you feel like one was hands down the clear winner, or if it was kind of like a splitsy situation? I really want to know, because like I think that there's pros and cons to both of the games, but I do feel like the houses in The Sims 3 really told a story. Like you could kind of tell what was going on there. Whereas like the Sims 4 was really kind of more basic. Like, yes, it's cleaner looking, but there isn't as much detail in the textures, and they didn't put a lot of thought, I feel, into like the characters that were actually living there. They kind of just went with like a more superficial, like, you know, like a superficial layer of what they felt that those characters represented, and then made that the house. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've filmed, so very rusty, but hopefully this turns out okay. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.